few days pa lang ako sa DPWH, ang madalas ko pong naririnig na sagot ay hindi ko alam. No, yun pong paulit-ulit ko naririnig, hindi ganito, hindi alam na ganyan. So, ang lagi pong rason, ang dami po kasing proyekto. Pero with technology po, tingin ko dapat masosolve na natin yung problema yun. So, maraming salamat po sa suggestion.
Monitoring, Mr. Secretary, and of course I appreciate yung views ng mga senador, yung proposals, no. But like here, I have here, I'll give this to you, sinulatan ko lang, Sec Vince, no. This is just a one-page summary galing sa sa EDCOM. Ang shifting, when you say dito ako nalito sa single shift, does it mean na 7 to 3 or 8 to 4 yung estudyante, or does it mean may, kasi sa akin pag sinabi mo may no shifting, anyway, ang ibig sabihin ng single shift, full day sila. So 36,559 schools, single shift. 2,591 schools are double shift, meaning umaga at hapon, parang Lasal Green Hills nung araw, no? Ganun sila. Triple shift, 216, meaning yung dating 7 to 3 or 8 to 4, ano yan, 6 to 10, 10 to 2, 2 to 6 ng hapon, more or less. Kung titignan mo, Sec Vince, 216 lang yung triple shift, ha? And it's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 regions, and sa 7 regions, NCR 72 schools, Region 10, 42, Region 4A, 34, Region Mo, Region 3, 55. The other regions maliliit, Region 5, 5 schools lang, Region 6, 5, Region 7, 3, no? Meaning, not only coordinating with DepEd, if you can have a task force. Ang problema kasi sa 3 shifts, malamang nun, wala nang room yung school. Diba? So, malamang dito, new school na ang kailangan mo para lumipat na yung ibang estudyante. Yung second shift, I don't know, no? But for example, sa Taguig, we started building 7 stories ng may elevator. Kaya tumatagal kasi yung fund, yung kwenta ng, let me put it this way, if CHED ang kausap mo, and they want to build for more than 100 state use, a specially designed academic building or school building, you can do that mabilis. Upuan, more or less pareho. Siguro may 2 types ka lang o 3 types. One is 4-story na walang elevator, one is 5-story or more may elevator, di ba? But more or less, halos lahat ng campuses ng State U may lugar eh. Pero DepEd schools is so different. Yung isa, pwede 4 stories lang pero gigibain mo yung isa. Yung iba, pwedeng 5 stories pero elevator. Pero yung municipality or city na yun, walang pambayad sa kuryente, baka tumaas pagka mag-elevator. So, there are many reasons why napabayan. Of course, the other reason is mas malaki kickback pag hindi school. But the DepEd has a budget for schools and only 20%. So, that's not the argument there. So, ganun din po sa DOH, Sec Vince, no? I'll make my point after DOH. I think last month, with the indulgence of the chairman and secretary, Senator Lauren Legarda, no, who's made many of the innovations here. I told Secmina na, Secmina, bakit may 1 billion pesos si DOH for public affairs para sa ano? Ang commercial ni DOH secretary ay wag mag-drive at text. So yung wag mag-drive.
Hindi ako naglagay ng budget na yon.
No, I was saying that I was mentioning here. I was saying you made a lot of innovations here, and I'll make my point later. Kasi
sorry,
I'm going to your 2010 hearing nung malaking bagyo. But I'll go there. I'm sorry to. Yeah, no, it's good you interrupted me para hindi ma-relate sa sinasabi ko. Sec Vince, with your patience, I just want to say this about the DOH. So sinabi ko, Sec Mina, ano ba talaga gusto niya? DOH secretary or LTO chief? Kaya i-refer ko sana sa iyo nung sa DOTR ka pa. Kasi ang ano niya, hindi katulad kay Secretary Flavier, Senator Flavier na turok, tuberculosis, smoking. Ang ano niya, don't text and drive eh. Okay, na ginagamit niya pera ng gobyerno. Okay. Natuwa ako nung siya na mismo umamin na marami siyang ginagawang health center pero hindi napapakinabangan. Natuwa ako nakita siyang nasa field. Pero nung tinignan ko data, ilan ba? More than 20 trips. So gusto pala niya maging DFA secretary. Kasi wala naman pala siya dito sa Pilipinas eh. Sunod-sunod ang bagyo, lindol. So dapat, humingi kami ni Mr. Chairman, ni Senator Joel ng hearing sa kanya this week. Hindi daw pwede kasi from the 17 to 27, nasa WHO pa siya. Naging sekretary ako ng DFA. When you have a ministerial, you have a USEC who can attend. And when it's a 1 week, 10 days, you usually go to 2 or 3 days. Diba? Pero anong gagawin niya? Pupunta doon, mag-i-inspect, aalis. Okay lang yon. Okay lang kung kaya na efficient. But yun ang point ko kanina. Hindi naman trabaho ng DPWH na sabihin sa kanila, sir, tapos na yung phase 1, penging pondo ng phase 2. Tama ba hindi, Mr. Secretary? Yung HPEP o yung pondo ng health center, wala sa inyo na sa kanila.
Tama po, Mr. Chairman.
So ang trabaho lang ho ng DPWH, ng district engineer, isabihin lang sa kanila, di ba, na, sir, patapos na yung phase 1, pondohan nyo na yung phase 2. Siya nag-expose sa sarili niya eh. Natignan nyo to, tinubuan na ng halaman. Siya din nag-expose sa sarili niya. Walang doktor, walang nurse to. Most municipalities in the Philippines do not have specialists and doctors. Kami sa Taguig ang nauna sa super health center. Ang concept nun, may hospital ka, may primary health center, something in the middle. That's 24 hours. Bago pa namin itayo yun, naghahanap na kami ng doktor. Kasi pag tinayo mo at walang doktor, di ba? So my point, Mr. Secretary, is I know you want to get the job done, but the other departments have to get their job, have to do their job, di ba? Okay, which is my last point on that. Okay, yung kaya ko binanggit si Senator Legarda. If Senator Legarda remembers, I forgot the name of the storm. There was a big storm in 2010, Undoy, di ba? And that's where, di ba, yung walang satellite phones, yung ibang NDRM, walang yung kasi wala na masyadong, wala pa. Oo. Pero wala rin kasi nga, nung araw lahat may VHS o UHF. Pero nagkaroon ng cellphone na lahat, nung natumba yung towers. So ang daming, yun yung mother of all hearing sa baha. But what they found out there is one reason binaha bigla ang Bulacan at Tarlac na wala naman dati is because the power plants that put a dam committed to put a irrigation and flood control para yung tubig sa pagtapon niya doon pupunta, hindi sa that's where, because of that hearing in Senator Legarda, that's where the early warning centers, kasi nagturuan yung dam, yung DOE, etc., kung sino dapat magsabi pag magre-release na ng, kaya kung mapapansin nyo, basta't nag-release ng tubig ang dams ngayon, nag-a-announce na. So, that's my point, Mr. Secretary. There are many reasons for baha, not only the flood control. For example, itong reclamations. I don't see anything wrong with reclamations. I saw Hong Kong, Singapore, reclamations, di ba? But quite obvious naman sa akin na pagbuka na mismo, so sabi ng Secretary ng DNR, may mga minove na nila. So meaning, for you to be able to do your job, DNR, DepEd, DOH, they also have to do their job. But katulad ng reclamation, will you be getting an expert to also look at it to make sure nga na lumalabas talaga yung tubig? Kasama ba sa flood control yun?
Dapat po, Mr. Chairman. Dapat po kasi yung outlet po sa dagat, yun ang pinaka-importante, hindi mababara.
I don't think we'll cancel it Pero kung paano yung ayos niya, has to be there. Mr. Secretary, nung panahon ko as Speaker, that was the time that there was a scandal ng vinito ni Presidente yung 90 out of 120 billion. Nag-aaway ang Senate at House kasi nagpalitan ng Speaker At iba yung listahan ng House kay Speaker Alvarez, iba yung listahan kay Speaker GMA. Doon lumabas yung parking, pass-through, sagasa, etc. Pinagbawal ko yon. So if you look at the budget between 2016 and now, that was the only year na bumaba. Every other year, tumaas. My point, I talked to the congressman, simple lang. The budget process is consensus. May national priorities na ang gumagawa departamento, but they're not perfect. So ikaw, congressman, ikaw nakakaalam sa lugar mo. Baka nilagay doon panay kalye, ang kailangan nyo tulay. Baka naman naglalagay silang tulay, wala namang ilog doon, gagawa pa sila ng ilog, bago magawa yung tulay, tanggalin mo sa budget yung tulay. They're not perfect Okay. So for example, sports facilities, hindi nyo trabaho yon, ilalagay ng congressman. Kailangan talaga yun. Okay. Having said that, senators have a bigger view. So senators should be able to look not only at their own province, but say na, eto tama, eto mali, look at our economy, too little spending on infra, too big spending sa infra. We're building an airport, but bakit Sec Vince, walang kali papuntang airport? Hindi priority po ng congressman or ng governor. So that's the budget process. It's cumulative. So what I did as Speaker is simple. Kung ano man nasa distrito nyo, na priority ng nasyonal at may logic, huwag nyong pakialaman. Hindi nyo pwedeng sabihin yung 1 billion na to, pwede ba yung 100, 200 billion gawing kong sports center? Pero may allotment kayo na kayo magsasabi kasi dun kayo sa lugar nyo. Hindi pork barrel yun. That's part of the process sa amendments. No? Ang problema nga, nagbago yun. I questioned Sec Punuan in 2022. It's on the record. Sec, bakit halos lahat ng DE natanggalan ng 30, 40, 60%? So, halimbawa, 5 billion nun, naging 2 billion. Samantalang baliktad, nung speaker ako, tinanong ko DPWH, bakit naman, same question ni Senator Legarda, bakit naman yung ibang mga district, bakit parang sila lang anak ng Diyos? Bakit yung iba parang outside the Colombo? Ay sabi sa akin ni Sec Mark noon at ng mga USEC, sir, may capability ang DE at region. So as you put up that capability, let's say for example, if let's say Calabarzon, Batangas, Cavite, na 30 years ago they were not that developed. As they develop, they need more infrastructure. So as you put up yung capability, tao, etc. So natural, every year mataas yan. So tinanong ko, binalik ko ngayon kay Sec Bunuan. Bakit ngayon, yung distrito na may 6 billion, never mind the outliers. Sec Vince, I'm not talking about the outliers. I'm not talking about yung may 20, 15 billion, biglang naging 5. I'm talking about the average congressional district. Ang sabi kasi ni Sec, well, utos daw yun Hindi man sinasabi ko anong utos. At yun daw lumabas. Doon namin nabalitaan na nagbebentahan kasi ng project. So kung 5 billion ka sa district mo, naging 2 billion, bilhin mo pabalik yung 3 billion. Pero yung 3 billion na bibilin mo pabalik, choice mo na kung ano ilalagay mo. So kung congressman ka ngayon, I'm not defending, may dilema ka. Gusto mo may project o wala yung distrito mo? The 20th poorest, halos 15 doon, continue to be the 20 poorest provinces. Diba? So I'm just adding to the problems you have to think about, no? Because I want to support you. We here, the Senate panel wants to support you. No. The reality is, you have to give the local officials and the congressmen leeway. You have to give them leeway for the projects that they think is logical. I'll jump to another point. Sinabi nyo na tinanggal daw nung former secretary yung acceptance ng LGU. Was that explained to you bakit tinanggal?
Actually, ang nakahalata po nun, hindi pa ho ako. Ang presidente mismo ang nakahalata nun nung siya'y bumisita sa ibang mga projects sa Northern Luzon.
Yes, but was it explained to him why tinanggal yon?
Well, hindi po klaro.
Okay. Well,
at least sa akin.
Yes.
At least sa akin,
I'll
hindi po klaro.
explain it, and this is for the public.
Sige po, maraming salamat.
No, because I was a municipal councilor in 1992, a vice mayor, congressman, bumalik ng Congress, etc. So, we hear these things and we realize, okay, tinanggal yan kasi whether kapitan, principal, mayor, governor, tao nila, city engineering, provincial engineering, ayaw pumirma ng acceptance kung hindi bibigyan. At ang katwiran naman nila kasi, tinitingnan nila yung project, hindi rin halagang may lagayan dyan. Again, hindi ko nila lahat, wag magagalit lahat. It only takes 1 in 10 and then nadadama yung 9. 9 out of 10 hindi. Okay. So actually, hindi tinanggal ngayon yung Vince, ang Sec Vince. Ang tinanggal lang, pagka yung project ay walang kilalaman sa ownership or use, hindi mo na kailangan na acceptance. So for example, if I build a covered court now in Pasig, and it will be administered by the barangay captain or the mayor, he still needs to accept it. And then may incentive siya na pirmahan. Kasi until he accepts it, hindi niya magagamit.